Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Pomona TV News. Now, the headline for today's news is about this how to get my joint. Now, what this is all about is these pictures that precede this here video. Now, that motor home you see has been parked there for about a week, and there's a heavy gentleman and his wife. He must weigh at least 300 pounds. She must be about 200 pounds. So one morning I was coming back from my ride and I was up on West 2nd Street there on Oak Avenue. And I seen this guy come crawling out underneath the fence from that empty lot. That's what that second picture is. I try to get a close-up of the bottom of that fence because you can kind of pick it up and crawl underneath it. But this guy, being as heavy as he is, and me seeing him crawling underneath that fence, that was a sight to see. Now, I didn't have my camera out, but she was helping him by lifting the fence up. So I went over and asked him, well, do you always have a habit of breaking into empty fields? So he proceeded to tell me that even his wife got in an argument, he got pissed off and he flicked his joint over into the lot. And then she got pissed off because he flicked his joint over into the lot, and now he had to go get the joint. So that's what that all is about. I caught him coming out from underneath the fence there after he retrieved his joint. Now, like many of you people here in Pomona that report homeless like camping out like they do, they don't get chased off right away, because I called this in a couple of days ago and they're still there. I don't know what the deal is. I can understand if the police had an emergency to go to, but this is it's taking too long. Another thing I want to point out to the police is, why do we have to make a phone call if it's in plain sight and you know what's going on? Why don't you just stop and tell them to move along? Because that way we got to nip this in the bud, because they know we got to make a phone call before you all come out and do something about it. So if you just be on their heels and tell, hey, move on. If you see it, say something. That's what you tell us. So why don't you do the same? Pomona Police. Instead of us having to call it in when you see it, sitting there all day, every day of the week. But anyway, now this morning on my ride, I had to stop over at the U.S. Bank at that, at that teller. Now, when I got there, I noticed an individual circling around the parking lot. Hispanic guy on his bike, and then he passed me and went down towards Gary Avenue and past Starbucks there. Now I was checking him out because I always check my surroundings out. So next thing you know, he comes back around, he swings up, makes a U-turn like he was going to the parking lot, but he comes back and he parks near that entrance how you go upstairs in the promenade. Yeah, he parked there and got off his bike and sat there. And I stared him down in the eye. I let him know I was watching him. So I proceeded to go ahead and get my business there at the teller, as another individual come walking up, talking to him, and then a gal came out of Starbucks, and that's when they decided to go across the street to Bank of America. So I don't know where security is. That's why I added that picture that was provided from DPOA. I don't know where that. I've got eyes out there, and I talk to people there in the neighborhood. I say, have you seen security? And they just shrug their shoulders. I haven't seen them around. And here's all this stuff going on. They're back into the dumpsters. They haven't really left, and they're digging in the trash. Security's not in sight. So I'm just giving you a heads up, what's going on. And downtown Pomona needs somebody down there to keep an eye on this. Just like the Pomona Police need to get out there and do this. If you see something, say something. You see them every day. Stop by and tell them, hey, move on. Don't wait for a phone call, okay? Like I said, be careful when you're out there in the tellers, the bank tellers, because these guys will circle around you, find your weak spot and then go after you. So be careful out there, okay? Because security ain't out there. And me and Pomona Police is waiting for somebody to call Mom and say, hey, weren't you just down by the bank? Somebody was getting robbed. Well, I had to wait for a phone call. God, wouldn't that be something? But anyway, I just want to get back on Pomona TV News and let you know what's going on over here on the west side and also what's going on in downtown Pomona. Nobody else talks about this stuff, and we have to talk about it, good or bad. Because if we're going to take care of these problems, we have to talk about it, and we have to let the public know so they can get involved too and start calling people up, like government officials. Okay? Alright. And like always, if anything else should come up, I'll get back on the horn. And like always, you take care, and you take care of those ones you love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.